2020 has been such a thrilling, exciting, crazy year. Can you see how clearly as day they are sharing a narrative? Do you see how the attack on one side of this political game that's being played out here, for many years, people have been tracking that there is a deep state, dark, shadow government basically playing out its fantasy with all of us playing in this play of whatever with them. And it's clear as day. The media is supposed to report on news, right? It's supposed to be factual information, like, hey, this is going on, like factual information. That's what the news is supposed to report. For many, many years, it's been clear as day. The news is not reporting the truth. It's reporting a narrative that somebody is pushing. So can you see, like right now in our time in 2020, how this entire year has been literally, like, imagine if you were in a debate or an argument or going against somebody in a game to win. What would your strategy be if you had to convince millions of people to believe what you believe or what you want them to believe? What would be your strategy? Like, how would you accomplish that? Let's say you have millions and trillions and possibly all the money, because you make it, you print it, and you literally have the ability to print the money, right? You're printing the money, you own the money, but you need the masses to support your narrative. You own the media, you own the news. Well, what do? You capture the perception of the people with the news. They're doing this by feeding you information. So whatever's on the news doesn't mean fact, doesn't mean real. Same with science. Science is hypothesized. It's really, really good, educated at guesses. It does not mean fact. It means really, really close to the truth. Like, this is probably accurate, guys. Like, that's what it means. So with the news, though, the news is really, really rich and powerful people paying regular poor folk to speak, to act, to play a role, and to, here's your paycheck, do what I say. Like, that's what they're doing. It's not like, hey, this is the actual news today. It's like, no, do what I say. This is what I want you to say. If you don't say this, you're fired. Like, that's really what's going on in the news. And really, really pay attention to, guys. Who do they hate in the news? Who is the news attacking? Who is the media attacking? There's a lot of fraud going on. There's a lot of shifty fraud happening. Don't believe what the media says. All the media is doing is telling you what they want you to hear. And everyone's falling for it, so everyone's believing it. That does not mean it's truth. Just really pay attention. Just like, who do they hate and why? Why do they hate this person? The media is going to push a narrative for you to follow. And if you can just step outside of the concept of following the crowd for 5 minutes and actually do some research, you can actually see that, holy crap, everything you believe may be twisted. Like, it actually may be the opposite. Just as factual as there is a sun to a moon, as there is black to white, you could believe that the lie is actually the truth. It is actually super duper possible that you could be wrong, right? Me, all of us. And as humbly as I say this, like, it's very hard for it took a long time for me to come out of my mouth and say, man, I support Donald Trump, because I don't like to be in the spotlight. I don't like to be seen. I don't like none of that. But I have this burning flame inside of me that says, girl, you better tell the truth. Like, you came here on a mission to speak the truth. And you are supposed to tell the truth. And I'm telling you, the research is pointing to the truth, which is telling me that Trump is actually helping the people. I'm not saying he can relate to us. I'm not saying he can relate to me, or that I can, he's rich. Like, what do we have to talk about? I don't know how to spend $1 billion like he spends $1 billion like we spend 100. Like, not even that. I cannot conceive the things that people with that mindset do on a daily basis. But I can say that he's not being fed information like the past presidents that have ran our country have. So I have such a strong belief, if you actually pay attention without your emotions, like, don't let your emotions guide you in this. Think critically here, clear your mind, and don't allow anyone to control your perception, and actually listen to both of these individuals, and then the news, and then go into alternative media, which is people reporting facts with less biased, information. You're going to actually start to see, like, dang, like, it took me, so Trump's been president for what, 4 years now? It took me 3 of the 4 years, I was all for all the bad things that we've said about him. I was all for it. He's racist. Like, he's not my people. He doesn't support brown people. I thought the world was falling apart. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was way more scared of Hillary winning. But him, like, I didn't know what to do. And then the research. Guys, if you follow the truth will set you free. And our spirits are being controlled right now. And if you allow the truth to guide you, oh my gosh, you just have to be humbly accepting of the information, because some of it's going to blow your mind. Like, hold on, Trump? Like, it took me a very long time to let that come out of my mouth. Like, I didn't even know how to say that. Like, hold on. Like, what? I, on social media, was against this man. You know what I'm saying? I had to go off of social media for a very long time. And through research, I found that, dang, he's actually trying to help us. Like, I had to go against myself. Because that's what you have to do. You have to face yourself. You have to look in the mirror and be like, man, I could be wrong. You have to contradict yourself sometimes, because the only thing in life that is consistent is change. And if we want to see change, we need the non-politician, one that's willing to speak crazy. I'm so proud that this man, this individual, with all the money he may have, is able to stand up to these people and say the things he says. Like, one of the things I just read was him basically, he's blatantly speaking about how fake the news is. He's blatantly speaking about how there's a lot of shady shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's saying all the things we want to say, and we're hating on him. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we're actually hating on ourselves, because if we had his power, his money, his ability to do what he's doing, I have no desire to run this country. Do you know how much work that is? Like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to push millions and trillions and billions of dollars around like Legos, okay? I don't know how to deal with the darkness. I don't know how to end wars. I don't know how big and grand this stuff actually gets. It's a freaking difficult job, I'm sure. And I want no part of it. But I do want our country to, our world, because borders, I want our world to be more peaceful. And I'm okay with the radical change that's happening, because I've spoke on this. This is called the Age of Aquarius, where the technology is going to illuminate us. It's going to enlighten us, because through connecting our consciousness, we're going to see the illusions that have been in front of our eyes this whole time. And oddly, someone like Trump had to be that person. He has to be close enough to the darkness, like kind of, I don't even know, he's not my kind of person. But he had to be who he is to face them. It could not be me. I couldn't even handle that stuff. I would get so angry and so like they would have totally have read my poker face, and I would have ruined my chances, because everyone is watching your P's and Q's when you're in the spotlight. So you say the wrong thing and you're done. Like, you're done. So of course he overpromises. Of course he says stupid shit. Like, I get that. And I agree. Like, I'm not even saying he's perfect, or I agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. I just agree that he has the ability to do the job of president, which is to fix our economy, to keep our jobs in America, to turn our import into an export. So we are, and also to stop so many wars. He's supposed to build our country up from the inside, and he's doing that. He's firing a lot of people that need to get out. He's not pushing the narrative of Corona because it's so much nonsense. He's specifically saying, I do not want this, I will not do another shutdown, because he doesn't support the shutdown. This only happened under his presidency because they pushed that narrative. They want it to look like it's his fault. They specifically did that. It's literally all an illusion. We're in this game consciously or unconsciously. I'm just trying to help people wake up. So that's all I got. Reconsider. Do some research. Look things up. I'm just here to plant seeds. Everyone, we all have the ability to open our eyes to the truths all around us. So try to seek some knowledge. Look things up. Don't just follow the media. They don't know. They are not out for your best interest. Okay. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah.